practice. So let's actually, the first thing we're going to do is do our chanting, then we're going to do our breath work, then a kind of guidance through the body and through the senses, and then we'll do the primary body of the meditation. And then let me just say that the chanting is very, very helpful. Chanting absolutely brings you to presence very quickly. And we're just going to chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti, 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 Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Okay, so all right, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Inhale deeply. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Okay, great. Now we're going to take the right hand like so. And then we're going to take the right thumb to the right nostril, block it, and inhale through the left. Now pinch and retain. Releasing the right nostril, exhale. Inhale through the right nostril. Pinch and retain. Now release the left nostril, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Pinch and retain. Release the right nostril. Exhale through the right. Okay, good. All right, now inhale the arms up like so. Retain the breath, bring the arms out to the side. Exhale, the hands are coming towards each other. Extending the exhale. Good. All right, inhale the arms up. Retain the breath, bring the arms out to the side. Now start exhaling and extend the exhale, coordinating the movements of the hands with the breath, and you're moving the body, moving the hands and the arms like you're moving it through syrup. Inhale one more time. Retain the breath, arms out to the side. Now exhale, the hands are coming towards each other. And again, moving the body like it's moving through syrup really induces an absorption and mindfulness. Good. Okay, inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers and bring the fingers down, the hands down to the head, and then go over to your right side, retaining the body, feeling a deep stretch in the left side body. Exhale, coming back to center, dropping down the hands, and now inhale the arms up again, inhaling deeply. Interlace the fingers, bring them down to the head, over to your left side, deep stretch in the right side body, retaining the breath. Exhale, coming back to center, releasing down the arm. Okay, now inhale the arms up again. Now pivot over to your right. Pivot the torso over to the right, and then bring your arms down. Look over the right shoulder, retaining the breath. Now exhale, coming back to center. Inhale the arms up again. Pivot over to your left with the torso. Bring the arms down, retain the breath. Look over your left shoulder, retain the breath. Exhale, coming back to center. Okay, good. Now we're going to go through a tour of the senses and do a body scan. And this time I want to alert everyone to openness and spaciousness and rest. So now open up the eyes and notice visual experiencing just happening. It's just taking care of itself. And now, okay, pay attention to the process of concept making. So now look at something very particularly in a kind of very normal way. Like I'm looking at the letter X and I'm knowing it as the letter X on my keyboard. Oh, I could hit that, and then if I press the X, it would make an X on the screen, etc. Okay. But now drop that completely, but keep the eyes open. And then go very broad, where you're taking in the whole room, but it's just colors and just sensory events. And you're not making things into anything. Just letting everything be. You're not interpreting. In a sense, there's a primordial peace. Okay, good. Let that go. Now bring your attention to internal visual experience, thinking. It's all just arising and passing on its own. It arises out of awareness, is made of awareness, and recedes back into awareness. And now listen. Just hearing. Just notice how sounds are all just taking care of themselves. They too arise out of awareness, are made of awareness, and recede back into awareness. It's just experience. Now take a deep breath and feel the whole body all at once. And then exhale, exhaling from the whole body. Okay, good. Now we're going to do a body scan, but I'm going to we're gonna get creative with this. So okay, bring your attention to your feet. See if you can feel and understand the feet as just a sensory event. So just the actual sensations of the tingling, etc. in the feet. And now bring up an image thought of the feet. So a mental image of the feet. And notice how the tingling in the feet and the image of the feet are different. And now get a sense of proprioception of the feet. Like, so the kind of felt sense of your feet being where they are in space or relative to the rest of your body. And now notice how that is just a sensory event. And then now notice how there's this, I don't know, maybe intuition or impulse or instinct, that the tingling in the feet, the image thought of the feet, and the proprioception of the feet all correlate. They're all related with each other. And then now see how you don't have any evidence for that, because that's just another phenomenon. Okay, now bring your attention to the legs. And now notice how restful everything is. The legs are taking care of themselves. You're not doing anything per se. And now notice the hips. And now notice the abdomen rising and falling. And notice how it's all doing itself. It's all taking care of itself. And then now notice the chest. Now notice the upper back and shoulders. And then release any tension there. And then again, notice how it's all taking care of itself. You're not doing anything. You don't have to do anything. Now notice the arms. Okay, good. Now notice the hands. Now the neck. Noticing the neck. Now the face, the jaw. Now take a deep breath and feel the whole body all at once. Exhale, feeling the whole body exhale. Now check in with the emotions. Just notice. Also notice how there's so much spaciousness, so much room for any emotion. Okay, good. So now for maybe the next 10 or 15 minutes, just do our own meditation, whichever one we see fit. I'll let y'all know when we're done. Okay, very good. We'll start wrapping up the meditation. But before we do, look at the quality of the mind itself. See if you can find a boundary or a border or a circumscription of the openness. If there is a border or a circumscription, it's just another thought. That thought is made of emptiness itself, made of awareness itself. It's nothing but experience itself. So it can't even be a border, a limit, a circumscription. It's just all part of open, boundless awareness, a natural state. Okay, good. So may this practice work through us in such a way that others benefit as well. And may we awaken quickly for the benefit of all beings. Okay, good. How did that go? And were there any questions? And then while all of you are kind of coming to, I'll just go ahead and make a couple of closing notes. So I would recommend to continue with a minimum 30 minutes of meditation every day. Keep doing your micro hits, do 6 micro hits a day. Also do your acts of generosity. Those are helpful. Doing an act of generosity is one of the most effective ways to alleviate depression or feeling bad in any way. I'll quickly go over to and share with you 2 offerings that I have. I've already mentioned this to you, but I have another course that starts in like 8 days from now, and it's kind of a beginner's class, so it'll be kind of like this one, but 90% of the or 70% of the material will be new and different from what's been covered here, and it's all focused on unified mindfulness, and it's there in the chat. And then also in that same link, under that same link, is we're doing a 2.5-day retreat on mentalizing in about a month. And so that's going to be pretty cool. And all of it is offered for free / on a donation basis as usual. And yeah, so that's basically it. That's all I got. Any final questions or reports or anything along those lines? Yep. And thank you, Zilka. It's a pleasure to have you on the call. Yeah, insights. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Patrick?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, I just like to thank you very much for this uh, 2 month
Yeah,
course. For me, it was great for me to participate in it, and I'm sure going to to register for the next one.
great.
So thank you very much.
Sure, it's been a pleasure to have you on the calls, Artur. You're very clearly you're very dedicated. It's very obvious.
Thank you.
I would like to thank you also,
Sure.
because that was just awesome. I learned so much, and before that I was not doing at all any herb practices. And since this course, yeah, I'm doing herb practices every day in one way or another. And yeah, well, thank you a lot. Thank you a
sure.
lot.
Thank you, Julian. It's a pleasure to have you on these calls. It really is.
Thank you.
Hi, Cedric.
Hey.
Just want to thank you as well, and just wanted to report that since I started with this course, I did notice some improvements, and I started to sort out some things in my life which I was supposed to sort a long time ago, and it gives me small sense of a clarity, and it's easier to figure out what actually needs to be done and what is just day-to-day distraction.
Sure.
So it definitely something is happening. I'm hoping to continue with this journey, and so I guess see you in 8 days.
Yeah.
Not
Sure.
see you because I still don't have a webcam, but
No problem.
I'll buy it eventually. This virus situation gets sorted.
Sure.
Okay, thanks you.
Sure.
Cheers.
Thank you, Alan. It's been a pleasure to have you on the call. And then I'm glad to hear that things are starting to change in your life. And let me be crystal clear. If you're meditating, your life will improve. That's been my experience.
Thank you so much, Cedric. At least I can talk now.
Yeah.
I won't be able to open the video, but I would like to thank you very, very much for this enhancing course.
Sure.
This has brought a lot of change to my relationships.
Oh.
I had a lot insights for myself, about my relationships, and it was bringing so many new forms of meditation to myself, which was a wish of myself. So this is really great, and I really benefited so much, and other people also, because I benefited now.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And so as much as I'm changing, as much people in my surrounding are recognizing and benefiting from it.
So I just want to ask a question. So people are noticing, oh, you're a little bit easier going, like you're more at peace.
Yeah, and more open-hearted and more patience and just more love pouring out.
Okay.
So especially from the metta meditation,
Sure.
that was really a highlight for myself.
Sure.
And I thank you very much for this. And I think you are doing a really great job on this.
Oh.
You have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and I'm really glad that I could interact with you again and with the whole group. That was very nice, and also to see Kurt again was very nice to meet him here. So we had kind of a comeback with our
reunion
retreat in Florida.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I have one question.
Sure.
Is this course on a donation basis, or how do you?
Yeah, like technically it's offered for free, although I take donations, but I want to be very, very clear that there's not an expectation to donate at all. Like I give the course for free, but if you want to make a donation, you can. And here's my let's see here. Here's my donation information. I put it in the chat.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and it's at the bottom of my website, but like, again, feel free to donate, and that's great, but don't feel any pressure to.
Okay, thank you very much for your generosity, but I would like to appreciate this with a donation, and then thank you for the information.
Sure.
And when will you continue with the next course?
Okay, so the next course the next course starts in 8 days, so it's not very close.
Okay. Okay, that's great. So I don't have to miss your voice and your instructions.
Yeah, right.
That's nice. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Cedric, and everyone.
Sure, thank you, Zoka.
Yeah, so Cedric, and sometime the end of April, early May, around the time that this course showed up, I had declared that May was going to be my focus month because end of March was kind of like, okay, I came back to the country, let me balance and get acclimated. April was kind of like doing some stuff, but still just kind of settling in. So thank you for helping me keep my promise to myself about getting focused, because it has improved a lot over the past couple of months. I appreciate you coming into my life at the time that I had invited it.
Sure. Well, fantastic, and it's been good to have you on the course, and then also just kind of to be funny. Yeah, Kurt and I were roommates for 2 weeks at a yoga teacher training with Zilka. So, so it's good to see you again, roommate.
Actually, I'll share with the group that in this small 8 by 15 room with how many 8 bunks in it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric did conduct a couple of introductory to meditation sessions.
True. Yeah.
And it was from then that I got to appreciate just his dedication, his passion about meditation. So it was really nice to see you pop up as, let me get it officially now from you. Hey, thank you again, brothers.
Thank you, Kurt. All right. Well, good enough. So I think on that merry note, we'll end it. All right. So thank you all, and likely see most of you here in about 8 days. So. All right.